the actions of the former Attorney General and the current Cabinet Secretary for Public Service, Justice Muturi, to come out and distance himself from some of the actions of government, especially the abductions, has been long coming. It's just been a matter of time trying to gather the guts to come out and speak. And now that he spoke yesterday is a clear sign that he's no longer afraid of anything. The CS for Public Service, Justine Muturi, is not somebody who is known to be somebody who is very good at what he does. So even when he's been very quiet, we've been just giving him some benefit of doubt. You remember when he was the Attorney General, there's not much that we can say that he left in that office or proposed in that office. And even when he was the Speaker of the National Assembly, there was no wisdom in some of the decisions he was making, many of them. So when he was too quiet in this docket that he's been holding, many people would just say, okay, that's how he is. But there's something that has been eating him. So in this video, we want to highlight two major goals that the CS, Justine Muturi, wants to achieve with this address that he made at Serena Hotel yesterday. Before we proceed, kindly, I want to make an appeal to you. Please subscribe to this channel so that we can hit 1,000 views. It's very crucial and we are near yet too far. Kindly subscribe. The first thing, and I agree with Honorable Muturi, he's coming out to say that he's now not afraid of anything and is ready for the worst. You know, somebody cannot give you a job and then he now starts frustrating you to an extent that he's even abducting your child, your son. You know, you are the Attorney General, you sit in the National Security Council, you meet the President each and every day, you access the Minister for Interior every day. All these security apparatus, you can access and talk to the leadership in these institutions. But nobody is telling you where your son is. You know, it has been a very big frustration for him to serve in a government where your son has been abducted and nobody is giving you any explanation. Everybody is saying they don't know. You know, and because you have been given a job, so you just keep quiet because now what will you do? If you resign or if you protest, you lose your job, and something worse can even happen to your child. And he waited until his son was released so that he could now come out and make this statement. It's a statement to come out and say that I am tired. You know, I am tired. I cannot continue to serve in a government that abducts my son, yet I'm the Attorney General of the country. You know, the son was abducted last year around June when Cabinet Secretary, when Muturi was still the Attorney General. So on that ground, I think he's come out to express his displeasure that he has always had with the government for the past 6 months. There's no way somebody can hold your child and then he gives you a job so that you keep quiet. So I agree with him on that aspect of coming out to express his displeasure and protest to what has happened to him about the abduction issue. If you have watched this video up to this point, I want to make a special passionate appeal to you. Please kindly subscribe to this channel so that by the time this video reaches 1,000 views, it also should have reached 1,000 subscribers. We beg you, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, which is very crucial. Be part of the road. Thank you so much. God bless you. And he's not been very close to the government. And even when he was sent to Embu the other day to go and read President Ruto's statement to the mourners, the son of Lenny Kivuti had died, and Ruto had sent some condolences message. When he went there, he didn't even try to persuade the crowd to listen to the speech. In fact, it came out as if he was trying to incite the crowd against the message. You know, he did not come out as somebody who was trying to moderate and cool the crowd so that he can be allowed to read the statement.
I've been given a message of condolence. I've been given a message of condolence from His Excellency the President, yeah? I have given my message of condolence to Honorable Lenny Kivuti. I have given my message of condolence to Honorable Lenny Kivuti. Yangu. Ni kweli? Nimetoa yangu, si ni kweli? Sasa mimi pale nimefika mwisho ni kusema nimepokea ujumbe. Ya? Niwapatie, mnasema hivyo? Ha? Nisome nisisome? I have been advised wisely, you know, as a former speaker. As a former speaker, na mnajua the late JJ Kamodho used to say, talk about kura ya makelele. Nimesikia kura hiyo ya makelele. Yeah? This message is to the family of the Honorable Senator Lenny Kivuti. I have the honor to deliver this message to the Honorable Lenny Kivuti in public. With those very many remarks,
he kind of just rushed quickly to try and push for a scenario where the message is not going to be read. And the crowd exploded, and the president's condolence message was not read. And he handed over the message sealed in the envelope like that. From that day alone, I wanted to say that this guy, there's something that is trying to fight, but still does not want to come out. So when he came out and spoke like he spoke yesterday, for those who have not heard how he spoke, you can listen to this clip as a small part of it.
I joined the Kenya Kwanza coalition owing to the fact that the principles that they espoused are in tandem with the principles of the party I belong to, namely the Democratic Party of Kenya. Many friends and political colleagues at the time warned me against joining the coalition, but at a personal level, I was persuaded that it would be driven by the ideals and the values that the coalition stated as a hustler nation to do the best for the people of Kenya. One of the things we had accused the past regimes of was the existence of disappearances and extrajudicial killings of Kenyans, and we vowed that we would never, at our watch, condone or allow such. We stated this time and time again in the lead up to the last general election. Today, there has been a number of abductions and in some cases unexplained deaths since the Gen Z revolts of June last year. And it is unfortunate as most of the people being abducted and or killed are our youth, leaving the parents, relatives, and friends other family members in a state of confusion and loss. I have personally suffered as my son was abducted and disappeared, and I was not sure whether he was alive or dead, making us anxious and leaving me and my wife and the rest of the family in turmoil.
And that is a kind of a statement that you only read when you want to finish your press conference by saying, I hereby resign. But he did not resign, you know. So he is just provoking Ruto to sack him. Many people have called out the government on abductions, even people in the opposition, but they have not used some of the words that Muturi was using. Muturi used some very strong words, you know, and he even defied the principle of collective responsibility in cabinet, you know, and distanced himself from the government actions. He read the statement that only fell short of declaring that he has tendered his resignation. Maybe he wrote a letter of resignation to President Ruto, we don't know, but he should have just concluded the statement by saying, I hereby tender my resignation. But I think he doesn't want to resign by himself. And that brings me to the second goal that he's trying to achieve by this action. Justine Muturi understands that the ground in central Kenya or the Mount Kenya region is hostile against the Kenya Kwanza government. And for people who are harboring political ambitions, they need to start aligning themselves with the ground, you know. And I want to believe that Honorable Muturi is trying to eye some seat in the 2027 election that is coming, either as a governor or maybe as president. So he's trying to start aligning himself with the ground, and because he knows the Mount Kenya region now is not listening to Ruto and is hostile against Ruto, he wants to find a way of splitting and leaving the government. And it will serve him better if he is sacked. So by just sending that statement and provoking the government and failing to tell his resignation, he is provoking President Ruto to sack him. And that is going to give him a very big milestone to now go there and face the mountain and say, you know, I've been sacked because I called out the government about abductions, you know, and he will kind of earn some sympathy, you know. He is the party leader of GP, and there's also word going around that Honorable Rigathi Gachagua wants to form a party, and they are trying to find even a party that has been existing so that they can revamp it, and they are trying to eye the DP, the Democratic Party, which is aligned to former President Kibaki. You know, Kibaki has some very good memories in the mountain. So revamping his party and facing the mountain will be some kind of a plus. And Muturi being the party leader of that party, he's now being pushed to find a way of leaving the government so that they can come and join DP, and DP becomes the party of the mountain. So that is the second point that I think from the current CS for Public Service, Honorable JB Muturi, is trying to achieve. He is trying to break from the government and align himself with the ground so that he can eye some political seat in the 2027 elections. If you have watched this video up to this moment, please kindly subscribe to this channel. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. If you like this kind of content, political talk and discussions, if you subscribe, you get a better opportunity to be receiving our notifications whenever we produce any video. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Thank you. you so much.